about me putting in work in overtime, getting ready for my son's big trip to Chicago.
Oh, boy, here we go.
So Odile is going to Chicago. He's getting on a plane for the first time today.
Okay.
And I did not realize that traveling with a newborn, it was so much stuff that you have to pack for said newborn. It is insane. You got the car seat.
Sure.
You got the stroller.
Yep.
You got the bottle warmer. You got the sanitizers.
Right.
You got all of the bottles. You got all of the pacifiers. You got the onesies. You got the base layers. You've got the portable
changing table?
white warmer. The changing table.
Yep.
Smalls. I haven't even gotten to my stuff yet, and I've spent hours last night packing his stuff up, getting ready to get on a plane today.
So,
it is insane.
How many bags are we talking?
So I'm only taking one bag for me.
Sure.
But this kid probably has 4 or 5 bags.
4 or 5 bags?
Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm going to check. The car seat is in a bag. Going to check that.
Okay.
That's for free. The stroller's going to go in a padded bag once we get to the gate. Check that. That's for free.
Okay.
But then it's like, hey, he's got all of this other stuff that we've got to pack up. So one of my checked bags that I get is dedicated to him, just like one of the checked bags for my wife is going to be dedicated to him. The kid is 2 months old, and he's got 4 bags that are going to be checked for him going from New York to Chicago.
He's the king. He's got to have all the stuff.
No, he's not the king. He's the prince. He's
He's the prince.
You're only the king if you're paying some bills. He ain't the king. He's the prince.
But he's taking the king's space.
I could not believe how involved it is traveling with a new. And all of our friends that have small children, they say the easiest time to travel is when they're an infant, when they're small.
Yeah.
I'm like, ain't nothing easy about this. So if this is the easy part, I am terrified of what traveling looks like when he's 2 or 3 years old.
Well, and imagine when you go on your big international trip, all the stuff you're going to have to
This is insane. I feel like the hack has to be sending stuff ahead so you don't have to travel with it all in the airport. Because right now I feel like a mule going through the airport. I just hope I get through ICE and TSA. That's what I feel like right now.
Totally.
Like I feel like, man, this guy's got way too much stuff to not be up to no good. So I did not realize, I did not have enough respect for all of the dads out there that have experienced this before and have to do this on a regular basis, traveling with small children. Salute to you. If I could give you a medal, I would, because I hadn't even got to the airport yet, and I'm already shook because of how involved it is preparing to travel with a 2-month-old.
I'm going to be interested, too, when you guys land, because, you're waiting to get your stuff. You probably have a checklist. Okay, the stroller got here. Okay, we need to make sure the car seat got here. Now, all of our luggage got here. Where's his bag? Where's my wife's bag?
Yeah.
You're going to have like a rolling checklist of everything.
Yeah, at this point, I want to get to the airport 3 hours early. I just want to get there 3 hours early, and I know it's probably going to take me at least an hour once we land just to gather all of our things and get in the car and go to my mother-in-law. So it is crazy, all of the stuff that you got to think about when you're traveling with a small kid. Crazy.
Canty, I know you still have time for this, but you cannot let your kid be a deep dish kid. You have to.
No.
There's still plenty of time.
No, he won't be a deep dish kid. He won't be. Well, here's the thing, and we've had this conversation on this show before. True Chicagoans, deep dish is not their preferred pizza.
Come on, let's be
Tavern
real.
style.
It's tavern style
It's
pizza.
very good.
That is
stop
true.
it.
I'm telling you the truth.
They might say that, but come on.
Listen,
Don't be fraud, Chicago. You're deep dish people.
You're calling the Chicagoans
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Wow.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
ESPN 1000 is definitely going to have some smoke for you. True Chicagoans roll with the tavern-style pizza.
That's like
it's
saying,
not deep dish.
Philly people don't actually like cheesesteaks. It's all about roast pork. Like, no, we're cheesesteak people. Don't pretend you're something you're not.
What's the difference between cheesesteak and roast pork?
Well, it's different entirely.
What is
is it a sandwich? Is roast pork a sandwich?
Pork. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
I've
What do
never
you
heard
mean?
of this.
It's pork that's roasted.
Yeah, but I've never heard anyone talk about
I take that
Philly
from the
people
name.
eating roast pork.
Roast pork?
Never
Yeah.
heard this.
Oh, it's a big thing in Philly.
What's on the sandwich other than the pork?
I don't know.
Well, it sounds delicious.
It sounds like you eat it all the time. It's roast pork. We're all known for roast pork.
Listen, we're Philly people. We're not roast pork people. Clearly, Pat has no idea what's on it.
Yeah, you're cheesesteak people.
You're cheesesteak people.
I don't know. I don't
saying.
think there's an impression of Philly people that they're anything but cheesesteak people. I do think that there is an impression of Chicago people that they are predominantly deep dish eaters.
Yeah, Chicago tries to pass it off like, oh, it's for the tourists. No, it's not. Come on, Chicago.
Hey, listen, I love me a deep dish pizza now. Lou Malnati's, Pequod's, Giordano. Like I don't discriminate when it comes to the deep dish. I like a nice deep dish pizza. But I'm just telling you, when I go to my mother-in-law's or we visit our friends in Chicago and we order pizzas, they ain't ordering deep dish. They ordering tavern style. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is.
Get real.
Wow.
Look at this. We're minutes into the show, and Pat is picking a fight with Chicago. So that's what you're in for today, people. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Is Shai...
Pistons tried to pick a fight last night with Shai.
I was going to say, is Shai also picking a fight with Wemby? We're going to get into that here for a second. But let's talk about the Thunder, CC. A big win last night. Again, this is their second in a row over two teams that we're looking at in playoff contention. But they beat the Pistons 114-110 in overtime last night. Shai puts up 47, and he's making his case to repeat as MVP. He's made 12 of 19 field goals, 21 of 25 free throws, and he extended his NBA record for consecutive games with at least 20 points to 136, CC. Do you think that Shai is the MVP right now?
No. I think that's Victor Wembanyama, and his performance against the Chicago Bulls last night was, representative of how dominant he can be on both ends of the court. And I appreciate what Wemby said last week about how 50% of the game is on the defensive side of the court, yet we don't pay any attention to it. Wemby is the most dominant defensive force in the game today, period. And when he made that statement, I don't think it's a coincidence that the MVP odds shifted. Before he had that statement in the post-game press conference last week, Victor Wembanyama was plus 2,200 to win the MVP. Now he's plus 220. So the odds have shifted dramatically, and I think this finished down to the wire, and it's about which player can make the best case down the stretch. And with the standings being what they are, being as tightly contested, those two teams at the top and really nobody else, I think this is ultimately going to come down to the last game and who makes the best case. And Victor Wembanyama makes a hell of a case when it comes to that facet of his game being so dominant on the defensive end of the court. It's not just quantified in the statistics. This guy alters how opposing offenses have to approach the game. Usually when you talk about game planning for a player, it's about how you stop them from scoring. Opposing offenses have to game plan around Victor Wembanyama. How can we pull him out of the paint? How can we get him away from the rim so we can get better shots, more high percentage looks? That's incredible to think that teams have to have that mindset when they play the San Antonio Spurs and they're dealing with Area 51 with Wemby and Stephon Castle. So I got to say it's Victor Wembanyama. If he stays healthy and he plays at the level that he's playing at right now down the stretch, I do think he eclipses Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you're talking about both these guys making their case. Shai with 47 points last night. He was asked about the MVP race. Here's what he had to say.
What do you think about the MVP race at this point?
I think it's good for the league. I think it's good chatter. It gives people something to talk about. There's a lot of good players in this league, and a lot of guys in the conversation because of that.
There's been chattering on behalf of other players. Would you like to chatter on behalf of yourself?
Nah, I'm good. Thanks for asking, though. But yeah, I'm good. I let my game do the talking.
Shai saying he lets his game do the talking. CeCe, you mentioned last week Wemby breaking down his game and why he should be the MVP. Let's revisit that. Here's what Wemby had to say. And again, this was from last week.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game, and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season, and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
Cece, which approach do you like better? Wemby breaking it down or Shai saying he's just going to let his game do the talking?
I like Wemby advocating for himself.
Me too.
Because I think he put everybody on notice. That is basketball fans, but then also media, and in particular, MVP voters. No longer are you going to be allowed to skate voting for the guys that have the best offensive numbers, the best metrics, the best analytics, so on and so forth. You're going to have to actually lock in and watch the games and watch the impact that Victor Wembanyama is having. Because before, when you had a guy this size, this stature, there was ways that teams could get them off the court with lineups or with their style of play. But Wemby is so versatile that there's really nothing you can do to take him off the court. Other than this guy getting winded, there's nothing you can do to get him out of the game. And here's the scary part for NBA teams. Post-game last night, Wemby said that his conditioning is going up another notch.
Oh, boy.
He feels like he can play more minutes, which is a scary proposition. So, yeah, I got to give the nod to Wemby on this. The one thing that I appreciate about what SGA said, because I think he's right, having this level of awareness, this MVP race between these two is great for the league.
Could not agree more.
You got the veteran players, crazy to refer to SGA that way, but the veteran player that has been there, done that, got the rings, got the MVP trophies, got the finals MVP to prove it, and he's trying to defend all of that against the upstart San Antonio Spurs in the same conference. Those are the 1 and 2 seeds in the West, and they're seemingly on a collision course to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I love this for the league. I love the drama, the anticipation that we have. And then, of course, the needling between the two back and forth. And then you have the regular season record with the Spurs besting the Thunder. I think this is great theater for the NBA. The league is thrilled. Now it's just about making sure that these two teams can get to the finish line, can get to the Final Four, and match up in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Well, I'm hoping to see that. Top
We
two
gotta
teams
see
in the
that.
Western Conference. And what do we love in sports? We love greatness and we love rivalries. We love intense competition. And you're right. The proven commodity in SGA, the defending champ, reigning MVP, and this guy who quite literally we've never seen anyone like him coming in and lighting the league on fire.
Facts.
This is awesome for the NBA. It's awesome for us as sports fans. I hope that it delivers down the stretch, and I think it will. Well, coming up next here on Unsportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance, we're going to continue talking about the Spurs. Is there any concern that they're peaking too soon? We'll discuss that. But first, Cece has this from ZipRecruiter.
Did you know